board's headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Oh, he's got a chance. Makes it past the marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
And such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game, it sets the table for everything they want to do offensively.
Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. They're working that left side. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Washington right back to the line. Defense looks like they're coming. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. It'll be first and goal from the 2. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football, you come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk. And strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
To the air, it's Bailey. Pressure coming. Complete to the right. It's a running room. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. The give. There's a crease. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Really put an offensive possession together here that's fun to watch. Like, it's fun to watch them own the line of scrimmage, be physical. In this area of the field, this is what they call the fringe, right outside the red zone. It's kind of your last opportunity to take shots, take advantage of the extended space on the field before you get cramped in the red zone. So I look for this offense to be aggressive.
Find some fresh air. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Might be changing the route. Back to pass on second down. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the left. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Run in the red zone. It's Thomas. And he's in. Touchdown, Longhorn. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive.
Number 0, set to kick this one.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He'll get rid of it. Got it in the middle. It's Marsh. Still on his feet at the 45. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Man, you could almost feel the quarterback's eyes getting big on that completion. I don't think even he could believe how wide.
Breaks into the open. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Washington. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just handing the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And he tacks on the extra point.
14, Texas.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. To throw, it's Bailey. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
To the air on second down. Fires to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now in this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Stop cold by this defense. They tried to fool him with the run, and nobody was buying it. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Wide receiver comes in motion. On fourth down, trying to find his man. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. Here's the return.
The returner is tackled down at the 42, and the Washington offense will take over. First and 10.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Looking to fire. Pucks it out of the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. Got his man on the right. Caught, and he's got room. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Man, is it nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, short pass, but he has such speed, elusiveness, vision, the whole nine. He shows you all of it right there. Catches the football, makes some people miss, gets upfield, and gets the long gain. That is so nice for a quarterback to throw it short, but you get all those yards after the catch.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around. And this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He wants it all. Touchdown, Huskies. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Number 0, set to advance on the football.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Making side adjustments here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. They're down to one timeout left in the half. They're dealing with a second and long. To the air, it's Bailey. Fires one high and deep. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Picks up the first down. Shoved out of bounds right at the 35-yard line in the running game, getting the job done.
And these third downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the third down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
That's caught. It's Thomas. Turning it on! Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his 2nd PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Wants to throw again. Fires to the right. He's got him this time. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Texas, 15. Number 0, set to kick off.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quickly complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a 1st down at the 38.
You might just think that dude's a power back, but what a great job coming out of the backfield, become a wide receiver, and then guess what? When he gets in the open field, that's not a lot of fun to try to bring to the ground. That's a big boy.
Got enough for the 1st. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Offense goes toss play to the right. Now, defensively, if you're going to stop these perimeter runs, your DBs better be able to get off blocks and go make a tackle. And right now, the secondary, they look like they're struggling trying to handle the run game.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Complete. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense has taken everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Washington wants to go quickly.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a 1st down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Looking left. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Got enough space. Touchdown, Huskies. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Number 0.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He's got great speed, and he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? Back to throw, it's Bailey. Bringing the heat. Makes the grab. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
And I think there's a difference between aggressiveness and recklessness. You're backed up, man. You're going to take shots right now, force the ball into coverage. The defense makes the pick. And how about this? In scoring position, very little time on the clock. Got a chance to put some points on the board before you go into the half.
And some room to work. There he goes. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Washington 30, Texas 15.
Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Yeah, finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for a man, it's Bailey. Under fire. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Zings it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Unloads it left. It's complete. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
And just a really nice throw. Really good touch towards the sideline on that corner route. And the receiver does a nice job catching the football and immediately getting up the field, getting in the end zone for the big touchdown.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike.
Number 0, set to kick this one away.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He makes it up to the 20-yard line before going out of bounds.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On target to the left. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. And the rarely seen illegal forward pass penalty brings up 2nd and long.
Kill. 180 race car. 180 race car. Lily.
The run inside. It's Thomas. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. And the Longhorns are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got his man downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
That is a play the offense absolutely had to have. They're trailing, right? This is a big 3rd down, but what a great job by the QB and his target being on the same page, hooking up for that big-time play. Now they're in the red zone, and all of a sudden they got a chance to score a touchdown here and make this thing interesting.
Oh, they're after him, and they got him.
That right there is almost a benchable offense if you're the quarterback. 1st and goal situation, you can't take a sack, but to make matters worse, you can't just keep backpedaling and backpedaling. They're almost out of field goal range now.
Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on 2nd down. A shot toward the end zone, and it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I love the way this defense is fighting down here close to their own goal line, right? They get a sack on the 1st play. Great coverage on the 2nd one, knocking it away. Here comes a huge 3rd down. Can they do it again? Can they come up with another big one?
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
One final play before the end of the quarter. Oh, he's got some space. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. So 1st down will open up the final period. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got him. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Takes a hit as he fires. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a 1st down. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was 4th down, now 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Eakin. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st. An array of possibilities here. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. And the Huskies lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. 4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Huskies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Hauls it in. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And with that incompletion, it now sets up a very interesting decision for the head coach, right? You've got a narrow lead. You kick the field goal now, you force the opponent to have to at least score a touchdown to retake the lead. But you can also seize a lot of momentum if you get it here on 4th and short. If you're able to score a touchdown, this is a completely different game.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it! They've stretched out the lead, and now they can't catch him with a field goal.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Scanning the field, it's Bailey. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a 1st down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down. Bunch formation for these receivers. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Complete to the left. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the 1st down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory.
Well, offense. They knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 3.
Touchdown, Longhorn! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
What a great job by the quarterback. He had to be pinpoint accurate on that touchdown pass, giving his offense the lead here with just seconds to go in the game.
Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. A single extra point doesn't help you much at this stage, so they'll go for 2 and try to push it out to a field goal late. They'll run it. It's Thomas. He gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and the cushion is now 3. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a late touchdown in the final minute that is likely the game winner here. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback. every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the wideout. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Well, the defense finally showing some life there. It's been tough sledding, too, because this offense has been lighting them up through the air, but a nice individual effort that time, forcing the incompletion.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Here's a throw downfield late.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. And what a way for this defense to end it. A pick as time runs out.
This is what can happen at times. You get the snowball effect. Everything going their way in the first half. Big lead going into halftime, but it's mistake after mistake on both sides of the ball.